Felicitations, Malefactors, and welcome back to more Cave Gameshire. So in the previous video, we built tower interiors over in the East Fort, and today we are going to be working on a tunnel into the canal area. So I will head over to the bottom of the fort. Okay, so I'm over in the East Fort now, down at the ground level. There's been some changes since last time. I installed staircases all around the fort. So you can now actually walk up and down through all of these levels without requiring, dirt pillars to get up and down. I also did fuse these two areas together. So previously, these two used to be separated. There used to be like a kind of a gap here. So basically, I just covered it over since it didn't really make much sense to the way it was. And now this provides the kind of beginning of the tunnel that's going to go into the East Canal area. So I'm going to be digging the tunnel down here, and then we're going to be connecting it over to where it goes directly underneath the midpoint of the wall, and then it's going to go down under the whole canal. And then there will be a branch off point, and then we're going to connect it to each of the towers. I can't see the other one, but you get the idea. We'll also put the tower interiors in here now, and then we'll allow passage through the wall up to the top of the canal. I also built this little board over here that tells you, what I'm working on. So it's my public to-do list, I guess. I have some things that I'm still working on. This is more of like a later project. Some of these are, obviously going to be working on, these two today. This one still needs to be worked on. Things like that. So without further ado, I think it's time to start digging a tunnel down over there. So I will be right back. All right, so I have gone a fair bit of the way down here. I've done this kind of stair step pattern all the way from the top down to here. I wanted to go down to a Y of 51, so there's enough space between the bottom of the canal and the top of the ceiling, and there's a couple of extra blocks there. So we're kind of close to where we need to be. The exact center of the close wall is 318, 318, and we are at 340, 300. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to kind of cut through here, and we're going to round this off, and then we're going to make a tunnel that goes that way. And then we're going to curve it again to the left, and then we're going to get directly underneath the center point. So I will go ahead and start digging this way, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so all of these areas are completely done. Well, not completely, but basically I've carved it out here, and then that is the exact center point of the canal. So the canal is directly above here. We're going to stop the tunnel here, and then later on, whenever the south side of this area is more built up, then we'll go about, turning it, or we'll go about continuing the tunnel over there. I'm not going to build it over there because I simply don't know what's going to exist over there. So I'd rather have that more concrete and defined before continuing the tunnel network. However, this marker marks where the wall is. So the wall is directly above us. So we're going to follow this until we reach the directly in front of the towers. So we're going to be kind of basically following the same path that's currently under the wall. And then once we are directly under the towers, we'll then make a ladder to go up and then enter the towers, and then we'll make the interiors. These tunnels are going to be a little smaller since they don't really need to be as large. So I'm going to go ahead and dig these out towards and center them underneath the towers, so I will be right back again. Alright, so I've built both of the tunnels. They go all the way down, and then they connect and stop right at the point where the ladders are going to go up. So the next step for me to do here is to go back through all the tunnels and remove things like this pocket of gravel, this little bit of iron ore down here, the dirt, gravel, coal, all this stuff, and turn it back into stone, and then put my design into the tunnel here, and then, make it more, I guess dress it up a little bit more. And then I'll do that all the way for the main section of the tunnel, and then I will go ahead and then do these two areas. Yeah, so I'll be back in a minute. We'll see what I have. All right, so I've done all of the tunnel here. I've made this staircase going down. placing these archways every so often, along with making it well, carving out the walls here to give more depth. And then this is what I've done with the overall area here. I've got these archways, I've got these lights in the sky, not skylights, but you get the idea, same kind of shape. I've patched the floor with iron blocks, slabs, and cobblestone, making this really decent floor effect here. And then you come down here, that's the halfway mark, so I'm going to put a sign there for, future use. But then these two tunnels are now finished. I might dress up the walls at some point in the future, because these are kind of just the same. But I don't exactly have that much space to work with down here. But I've also now installed the ladders. It seems there's also a skeleton down here too. All right. Well, let's see. He probably spawned from right here, so we'll just make a pair of torches. Looks like I'm gonna need to go put torches on the other side too. So you come up through this ladder, and then you are directly underneath the tower. So the other tower is identical. It is also completely empty. So what I'm going to do now here is I'm going to break out the tower here and the tower over there. And then we're going to connect them together, allowing for passage from this wall, which is over here, up to here. And so that will allow you to go around the whole thing, and then we'll be extending this ladder up as well. So I will grab some materials, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I've got some materials, and now it is time to make these two towers. So let's go ahead and let's just break through right here. Wow, that is incredibly lucky. Okay, well, I had no idea that these were both, like, exactly at the same level. That is incredibly lucky. Like, you don't have that happen very often. So let's go ahead and I feel like this should probably be equal, so we'll make that 3, and then we'll keep that indent. And we'll do the same thing here. And yeah, wow, I'm very surprised that that's the same level. I'm pretty sure the other tower isn't. Oh yeah, the other tower is definitely not. So we'll have to do some fancy stuff to make that, well, equal. All right, so we've got this open. So I think we're gonna place the ladder to get all the way up right here. And then we're going to, let's go up first. So let's head up here. Do I have, oops. I don't think I have this. Yeah, I don't really have the space for an extra floor all the way up here. So we'll just do that. All right, and now we are on top of the tower. Cool. So that works. I think I'll do the same thing on the other side, just for complete symmetry. But in the meantime, we're going to come all the way down here and hopefully not take any more fall damage. All right. So we've got that, and now I think I'll leave it like it is, the shape. But that probably needs to be changed into some stone. Looks like, okay, cool. I was worried that there was going to be water underneath everything, which would have been mildly annoying. I'm pretty sure that underneath parts of this is going to be water, so that should be fun. And then let's get rid of that. Ooh, it's very dark in here now. And a torch. Cool. Actually, while I'm here, I always forget to turn the music back on. It's a habit I'm trying to break slowly. Okay, so we've got this entire area is going to be wood, and then, yeah, that works. All right, so we've got our lower floor, then we've got our main floor up there. I could probably stick another floor in between the two. I might do that just to kind of break the room up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we do that, oops, that gives us, what, 4 blocks of space above it? In order to, yeah, okay, that works. So now we have another decently sized room that we can use here. Man, I was super lucky that it ended up being at the same level. All right. So that is our second floor. Fairly easy thing to do here. And then let's place some torches so it's not stupid dark in here. All right, cool. So that does it for this tower. I guess the next thing to do is to go over to the opposite tower over there and start that one. All right, over at the next tower here, we're gonna do the same thing we did at the other one, and yeah, so we're well below that. So I think the appropriate thing to do in this situation is cover this again. Whoops, that's not what I was supposed to do. Whoops. Yeah, well, I completely mucked that up. So that's funny. So we've now got this down here. So we're gonna replace this whole floor again. Okay, we've got our new floor down here. So we're gonna go ahead and make this ladder that just goes all the way up to the top here. And then we're gonna have to make, it looks like a minimum of 2 more floors down. So let's go up here and then check for mobs. Cool. We seem to be safe. Let's see. No, I don't have enough space for it. Well, that's disappointing. But on the other hand, I have now made it possible to travel all the way around our walls, and the official way onto the wall is through that tunnel. You obviously you can get up areas like here or on the archway, but the official way is to go down through the tunnel and then find your way to one of the towers and then get up on that. And that is how the wall is normally accessed. So a lot of work has been done here to kind of connect the area together. It's turning out really well. The staircases are built. You can traverse the city freely. There's really only one more major construction piece that needs to be built, and that is going to be right over here. It will be the docks and the associated walkway. My plan here is to kind of just follow the curve and then make the docks perpendicular to that. Obviously, I got to remove things like the sand island, and I need to work on the underwater terrain here. So that might take me a little bit, but it's shaping up quite nicely. So I think that does it for now. So, as always, I've been Fig. Thank you for watching, and take care.